how to pass the PTE academic exam after the recent updates from the Pearson. Which templates to use? Will there be a manual intervention? What are the high priority modules? What are the modules that I can still ignore? What would be the roadmap? What would be the routine? What would be the plan? Well, if you're bombarded with all these questions, then trust me, today's video is the one. Gives you complete insights on the things that I just mentioned. Want to make most out of this video, make sure you watch the video till the end. Hey everybody, Nakul here from SKILLS PTE Academic. Really hope everybody is doing fantastic. I'm back with yet another super awesome packed video on the PTE 2025, how to pass after the new latest PTE academic changes. Well, before we get into the video, if you're not subscribed to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button. Anytime you need online assistance, it's a paid assistance. The WhatsApp link is given in the description of this video. Also, to tell you, recently we released our 3 official ebooks. All the links for the ebooks are in the description of the video, and by today or tomorrow, all the ebooks that you've already bought or that you're going to buy will be automatically upgraded with respect to the latest changes. Give me 1 or 2 days. Already one of the books, PTE Speaking Cheat Code, is already done. The remaining 2 will be done by the end of the day or tomorrow. So you can buy it at your convenience. You will have the latest changes whatsoever. Alright, without any further delay, let's straight away get right into the video how to pass PTE after the new latest PTE academic changes. So in this video, what I'm going to do is each and every module, I'll just take you through and tell you how to basically target. Is that going to be a priority? Is that not? How to trick the software to some extent. If there is a way, what is the way out, each and everything. So starting with read aloud, absolute no priority. Does it contribute any marks? From the research that I've done, from the data that I have sourced and showed you in a couple of my YouTube videos last week, it is not going to give you any scores, but yes, in the worst case, probably you can consider 4 or 5 marks, or 1 question or 1 mark per question is what you can consider. So the way it is scored is read aloud is still important. The software basically learns a lot about you. That's the reason they've introduced this at the very beginning. So do it the best way possible. 1 read aloud will give you 5 marks into 7 questions, 35. This 35 will be converted to 5 marks or 6 marks in the end. But whatever the data that you give here becomes very important for the software to learn. But for scoring wise, it is not a priority. Don't have to worry too much about it. Whatever the way you can read, you read and finish it off. But remember, whatever the way you do in the read aloud, same way you are supposed to speak throughout the speaking section. That rhythm, everything is very, very important that you need to retain throughout the section. But for now, if after 7th, if you're aiming for 79, don't have to worry too much about this. Just know the things and just execute. Even if you make a mistake, even if you misinterpret, it's okay. Just keep continuing. Can I just read 1 line and finish it off? I'm not a fan of 1 line. If you want, you can do it. Otherwise, read full. Even if it has mistakes, it is fine because it is not going to give you more than 5-6 marks. 100% guaranteed. Next thing is describe image becomes top secret. No, top priority. 25 to 28 marks. If 6 question comes, 30 marks minimum. This module contributes to speaking alone. And the content, earlier 5, has been increased to 6. Does it mean I need to give more preference to content? If you are following my earlier strategy, earlier template or structure we call, I have given you 3 blanks to fill in the main body. It is evident that conversely, another interesting point is these 3 key things, if you were able to do before, you continue doing the same thing, you will get 6 out of 6 for the content. Whatever I told you before with respect to describe image, same thing works even after August 7. That's a good news. So this is a top priority. You just follow the same principle, same things that I've told you in multiple videos since last November 2024. It works as it is. You don't have to worry. Make sure you don't fumble when you speak. If you fumble, marks will go down. Content is still not a high priority task. If you go just behind the content, fluency will go down. There has to be a balance. All they're making sure is you don't try to trick the software. That's the reason they've written content 6, meaning content also has a preference. But if you're already giving 3 big sentences with some key content, you will end up getting 6 out of 6 for the content. I've tried and tested this. The official mock test, 5-6 mock tests I took, I've already shown you with all the videos when I got 90. You can just rely on whatever the method that I've told you, 100% guaranteed you're gonna get the scores. But let's also talk about the templates that you should not be after with respect to describe image. 1 word template, generic answer template, template with only keyword, comma, keyword, comma, keyword, comma, keyword, comma, keyword out of 25. you may end up getting 5 or 6 or 10 in the worst case, not even a mark more than that. If you are someone who is fearing, if I make my own sentences, I make mistakes, so I need a template where I just put one word, very smart, no? Very smart way of escaping. You cannot escape, man. You got to speak. If you make grammatical errors, 100% fine, but try to speak on your own, bring the relation between the keywords that you have pointed out. Hope you're getting it. Use my template. That should be the old template. That should be definitely fine. The next is repeat sentence, same as before, no change at all. 30 marks to speaking, 30 marks to listening earlier. Same strategy from beginning. First 50%, 60% you speak, listen less, speak less. Listen more, completely mess up. Listen. See, the idea of repeat sentences, not to repeat, but to respond. Listen, understand. If there are 6 words, you repeat exactly 6 words as it is. If there are 12 words, if you can repeat 12 words, very good. But if you fumble, marks will go down. For lengthy audio, you just listen to first 60%. 7-8 words you listen. Don't even listen to the words that come after 7-8 words. You listen to 7-8 words, first 7-8 words in the order. This was the thing that I told you before. Same thing, first 7-8 words. Don't mess up something in the middle and speak in the end. In the order from the beginning, from left to right. First 60%. 50% it is, but try to be a little bit more, so that sometimes when you speak software may not understand the word at all. First 60% from left to right, you just speak, you will get full scores. It is the same technique as before, but a small twist. Earlier it is 30 marks to speaking, 30 marks to listening. Now it is 27 to 30 marks to listening, but speaking is halved. From 28 to 30 that you get for listening, they're going to divide it by 2 and give it to speaking, because 2 new modules have been added. Otherwise, repeat sentence as a roadmap, it is the same strategy, same way how you were doing it before. No need to change. Next thing is Retell lecture, same as before. It's the note taking which is the skill here. You listen for 3-4 seconds, identify what to write, write for 3-4 seconds. Listen for 3-4 seconds, write for 3-4 seconds. When you listen, don't write. When you write, don't listen. If you're not doing this, you're listening and writing at the same time. You're writing and still listening, then you cannot write also, you cannot listen also. Psychologically, this is the problem with a lot of students. Same thing, whatever I've told you before will 100% work for Retell lecture. The template that I've shared, the older templates will 100% work. Already it has worked. I've got 90 in the official mock test. You can just rely on it. Try to write more phrases. 4 is what I've asked, if possible 6 or 7. The more you write, better the marks, because now the content from 5 it has moved to 6. Remember, Retell lecture around 10-12 marks, it may contribute towards your speaking and listening. Summarized group discussion becomes another priority. Sorry, this is top secret. It's a priority. It's important module. 16 to 18 marks, in the worst case 20 marks you can expect from this question. Recently I made a video on summarized group discussion. The video is somewhere here. Check them out. This is a pure skill of note taking. If you're good with Retell lecture, it's the same thing. In Retell lecture, you take the notes probably for 1 minute. 1 minute rather, because audio goes for 1 minute. Here audio goes for 3 minutes. Do 3 Retell lectures consecutively. That is called summarized group discussion. And then you just have to follow the same thing as we do in the Retell lecture. Just speak without having to worry about the grammar, without having to worry about the logic. It's the fluency that makes the difference, plus a bit of content. Getting it, summarized group discussion is nothing but doing 3 Retell lectures consecutively, one after the other. That's all, man. If you understand this, you yourself will get to know the proper roadmap. Respond to situation, same as Retell weightage. I recently made a video on respond to situation as well. Video is somewhere there. I've given a template. 3 sentences is what I need. You just speak. 10 to 12 marks. This is same as Retell lecture weightage. Don't have to worry too much. Summarize written text becomes a top priority. Very, very important module. So focus on this towards the end. I'll give you a small routine. 18 to 20 marks. 18 marks minimum you can expect from this module to reading separately and writing separately, around 36 to 40 marks. A module which was nowhere in the radar, now automatically has come into the radar, come into the spotlight. Very, very important. Recently I made summarized written text video with a small structure. You can just follow that. You can copy paste if possible. If you don't want to copy paste, you can write on your own. Both would work, you don't have to worry, but that's the technique. Recently I made a video, you can just have a look at that as well. The word count, make sure you keep it above 60 words, not 60, at least 65 words. And trust me, all these are the changes from August 7, 2025. Again, people will question, which I forgot to tell at the very beginning. From August 7, 2025, all this will be applicable only for PTE Academic. If possible, 68 to 70 words you write, because it is 5 to 75 words. The content has been increased from 2 to 4 marks. The more you write, better you get towards your writing and reading both. Essay writing, yes, the topmost priority, 26 marks. They've tried to make this writing module same as the IELTS writing. They are trying the best to compete with that. So you cannot fool the software, you cannot use generic template, you cannot use some generic lines. Recently I made an essay video. It was similar to what we would do in IELTS. Just a structure. Firstly, this is because, for instance, in conclusion, the aforementioned discussion justified that. So it's just a structure. I've already given you the template. The video is somewhere here. Check that out. No grammatical mistakes, no spelling mistakes. For every idea that you write, there has to be a supporting idea. For every supporting idea that you write, there has to be example. If you're not following this, then your coherence, development and structure, that out of 6, you end up getting only 1 or 2. Content, read the question, address it. There could be some things asked in the question and you are not addressing it, marks gone. If you're writing only in simple sentence, general linguistic range will come down to 0. So all these things I've already talked about. Just check that video. Towards the end I'll give a small routine, but essay becomes top priority. After the recent academic changes with respect to PTE Academic from August 7, 2025, don't neglect this. Don't use generic template. Don't use keyword wala templates where they put blank, comma, blank, comma, blank, blank, comma, blank, comma, blank. 1000% you don't get scores. It would be 0 out of 26, or you may end up getting 3 or 4 or 5 marks out of 26. 20 marks you will straight away lose. You gotta put your efforts, you gotta learn English, you gotta work on your grammar, you gotta work on your vocabulary, you gotta work on your sentence formation. There is no escape, man. It's 26 marks, 26. You gotta get, because it's very much possible. Next is reading module unchanged. Just have to follow the same. Reading FIB, reading, writing FIB, grammar, collocation, context. The same method. It's been quite a time that I've not been able to do videos on reading FIB, reading, writing FIB, because there are a lot of updates one after the other. Soon I'll make the video too. But yes, it's the same method, grammar, collocation, context, and trust me, this itself contributes some 50-55 marks or 50 marks to reading, one of the top priority. It's the same as before, you don't have to worry, same techniques will work. Reordering the paragraph all of a sudden becomes slightly important. Why? Because read aloud has been removed from reading. 35 marks is gone in place of 35 marks. Summarize written text 20 is coming and sitting here. What about the deficit? 15 marks. That 12 to 15 or 10 to 12 to 15 has to be filled by reorder the paragraph. Choose single answer, choose multiple answer. Highlight correct summary. So all this have become slightly important. Reorder may contribute some 6 to 7 marks. Choose single, choose multiple. Together all this may contribute some 10 marks. Don't ignore them. Give your best. In the worst case, if it goes low, it's okay, but give your best. This would be the only addition to it. The reading, as before, same thing, just that reorder we did not concentrate a lot before, if you are following me. But henceforth, you may have to concentrate, because the 6 to 7 marks or total 10 marks may come really handy when you want that 79 plus in your reading exam. The next is summarize spoken text. Is it important? Very important. It contributes some 15 marks, 12 to 15 marks towards your writing, and around 10 to 12 marks towards your listening. And here the content has been increased from 2 to 4. So you gotta give the best content possible and reduce using the template. Maybe Monday or Tuesday I will upload a video on summarize spoken text with the new template, but this is the new template. The lecture is about, firstly, the speaker described or explained or highlighted, then he or she. If the speaker was male, you choose he. If the speaker is female, you choose she. After that, next sentence. In conclusion, end. Or if you have one more sentence written, in addition, one more sentence. You got to make use of just the structure. Don't use the lecture talked about this. In the beginning, the speaker explained about. In the beginning, the speaker explained about. Of this 70 words, 7 words gone case in the template. Then how can you get more marks for your content? Writing gone, listening gone. Be very careful. If possible, don't use a template. You can directly write on your own. Yes, template is not really needed. If you want the template which can give you a structure, then use this. This is 100% fine. There is no human intervention, but even if human intervenes and checks, he will not be able to find out any problem because this is a structure, and structure is very, very important for a better score. Hope you're getting it. This is the one change for summarized spoken text. Soon I'll give you a routine that you need to follow. Listening fill in the blanks has become out of the blue not a priority. Earlier it contributed marks to listening and writing both. 12 to 15 marks to listening, 12 to 15 marks to writing, around 28 to 30 marks. But now it is not included to the writing scores. And whatever the listening scores that you're getting, it's only for 7 to 8 marks. But those 7 to 8 marks also becomes important. So don't neglect it. Don't get 0 out of 8. So work towards the spelling. I'll give a routine in the end, probably after 2-3 minutes. But yes, it is 7 to 8 marks. You don't have to think of it as a high priority and work towards it. Now it is not a high priority. But yes, these 8 marks also make a huge difference. So the verdict, henceforth from August 7th, listening fill in the blanks contributes 7 to 8, or in the worst case 9 to 10 marks towards your listening only. There is no writing marks contribution from listening fill in the blanks. Choose single answer, listening. Choose multiple answer, listening. Select missing words, listening. Highlight correct summary, listening. From my perspective, you can continue doing the same thing as before. The moment you see a question, click on and move on once the next button is enabled. It should work because there are so many modules in listening. I don't think this will be important priority. If you can do it, you do it. Otherwise, it's totally fine. All this are not going to make a difference. I skipped them and still got a very good score in listening in the official mock. So you can ignore them, but if you really want, you can do it. It is not important. Just the way it was before. Highlight incorrect words, ditto, same strategy as before, same weightage as before, 10 to 12 marks or 8 to 10 to 12 marks, depending on the number of questions, number of mistakes that you get in the question. It contributes marks to listening and reading. Same as before, so you just follow the same strategy, same thoughts, same weightage as before, don't have to worry. Write from dictation also same as before, but now write from dictation contributes, let's say you have written 35 words, 35 marks to writing. But listening, from 35 they divide it by 2 or they do some fraction, 16 to 17 marks to listening. That's the only difference. The internal scoring has been changed, but external display, it's the same module, same thing, same strategy. Can I add extra words? Couple of videos back I sensed you cannot. Seems like you can add extra words. I'll reconfirm that with a video very soon. I did more research again on write from dictation. I think adding extra words is still giving mark. So again, I take my words back. So I'm just holding it until I have full confirmation. So I'll not reveal much. Most probably you can add extra words, but I'll again reconfirm on this with a new video, probably on Wednesday. Next Tuesday or Wednesday. I'll make this video. Until then, please wait for me. But yes, if your exam is just within that, you can add extra words. For now, you can take it as confirmed. For those only who have exam nearby. For those who have time, then please wait. I'll give you a proper confirmation, 100% confirmation whether you can add extra words or not. For now, I can tell you 70-75% confirmation. You can definitely add extra words. It will not be affected. Now we'll just list out the very important modules, high priority modules. Describe image, summarize group discussion, repeat sentence, summarize written text, essay, reading fill in the blank, reading writing fill in the blank, reorder. 6 to 7 marks, but also comes very handy if you want that 79 plus. For 65 it may not be. Summarize spoken text, write from dictation. These 10 sections. These 10 sections, if you're really good at, a 79 plus, nobody can stop you from getting it. What would be the ideal routine? This would be the ideal routine. 15 minutes of describe image, probably some 15 questions. Per question 40 seconds, and then you click change, find another question. It will take approximately 1 minute. So 15-20 questions per day should be more than enough for describe image practice. 15 minutes of repeat sentence must, because it overall contributes some 45 marks, 30 to listening, 15 to speaking. Very, very important. 2 summarize group discussion, because it contributes 15 to 20 marks to speaking and listening, both around 40 marks. At least do 2 questions. Per question, it is 4 minutes, 3-minute audio, and 1.5 minute you speak, 5 minutes. So 2 questions would be 10 minutes for that. 1 summarized written text you can do, because it's important. 2 questions will come in the exam, 18 to 20 marks to writing and 18 to 20 marks to reading. So around 36 to 40 marks. 1 you do. 1 essay, very, very important. Every day you need to type, and in 20 minutes with a 20-minute timer. 1 summarized spoken text, 12 to 15 marks to writing, around 10 to 12 marks to listening. This is also important. 1 summarized spoken text every day. 1 reading full section practice. with all the questions in place. And then some 20 right from dictation you do, because that's at the end of the day is the module that contributes the highest percentage, around 50-55 marks, 35 plus marks to writing, around 17 marks to reading. So it is the highest weightage module. At least 10 if you can do more, around 20 right from dictation. Along with this, apart from this, 1 hour of reading a novel or read a journal, newspaper, anything should be accompanied by and 20 minutes of listening to a podcast. You can use our website. Our website is live, but it's only for the registered students at the moment. We are facing some issue with respect to expanding the bandwidth. If you want to join our course, you can join our course. The link in the description. You will get the subscription to our website. Here you can practice each and everything. Otherwise, you can just wait for another 1 or 2 weeks. Once it is all in place, we're going to release it. The date when as to when we are going live, then you can subscribe and use it to your advantage. Spelling test also, if you can add every day for 10-15 minutes. In our course, every day we have a spelling test. If you join our course, that also will be most beneficial for you. Alright, fine guys, I think that's all for today. I've done my best to give you the complete insights on how to pass this PTE with a whopping 90 overall if you're giving exam from August 7th. If you find the video beneficial, click on the thumbs up icon and leave your valuable comments in the comment section. With this, I'm going to park the video here. This is Nakul, Nakul, Nakul signing off from SKILLS PTE. Soon we'll be back. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. Thanks much.